Hello, everybody, and good morning. I just want to start off and say thank you in advance for any time that you are taking out of your day to be watching this video. If you are considering partnering or joining the organization in any shape or form, thank you so much for watching this video. So today I'm going to be introducing to you Y'all Foundation. It's Young Athletes Learning Leadership, a nonprofit organization that I'm trying to get kicked off the ground here in Houston, Texas, for now, specializing in Houston, Texas. Eventually, we hope to expand to the entire state of Texas. Obviously, we have big dreams to go nationwide. As of right now, though, Y'all is very much fitting for the great state, the Lone Star State, of course. So, what Y'all is a nonprofit organization. It has a strong and catchy name for a reason, for marketing purposes, and it resonates well with the community. However, the goal is to make the branding of this look professional, but still somehow feel authentic so that people can connect and feel like they want to help out in their community by being a part of the Y'all Foundation. So, the way that we plan to do this is, for starters, the three platforms that I would use in this project. Number one is starting with Instagram as a tool. And I would choose a storytelling caption for Instagram because this platform relies on emotional connection. And how I mentioned that we want to utilize that to reach out to the community specifically. For Instagram stories or any sort of graphic post, I feel like it's important to always have graphics as a backup because in order to stay relevant or to exceed certain engagement data, you want to just have something to post at least every day. And so little graphics like this, little graphics like this would really help stay fresh on people's minds and stay on their feed. Secondly, okay, this is what I'm the most proud of. Because I have worked and volunteered with organizations before, I know that the legalities of posting children who are children in general, but specifically children who are in a vulnerable position and might benefit from the needs of the Y'all Foundation is going to be a little bit tricky. So most likely it would take some extra funding and extra effort to have child models, child actors come in. And that's whenever we would get a lot of just a media day in general, because obviously we want to utilize the resources that we have. But I came up with this caption to kind of show what the idea of the Instagram page would feel like. Like I had mentioned earlier, it's very emotional based. Leadership isn't just about who has the ball at the end of the game. It's about who lifts the team up when the clock is ticking. Meet our latest leader spotlight, John Smith, for example. Through our Y'all workshops, John has been learning that true communication happens both on and off the court. We aren't just coaching players, we're empowering the next generation of Houston community voices. So that's one of the biggest goals is, yes, we want children who wouldn't have the chance to play sports or whose parents can afford them to be able to have those opportunities. That's what Y'all Foundation is about, young athletes learning leadership, but it also is about more than that. It goes into why these kids need secondary spaces or third spaces and the emotional and psychological growth that can come from having a community, from learning leadership skills, but also from learning teamwork efforts and just athletics in general. Anything that is not body based or energy moving is a great resource for kids to have, especially kids who are in vulnerable situations. Specifically speaking, like who might have a CPS case going on or who might be going through a very complicated home life. Those are the kids who will rely on this service the most. So we want to make that accessible. Okay, moving on. Utilizing Pinterest. Pinterest for a nonprofit like Y'all is a brilliant strategic move. It moves our campaign beyond just social networking and social search. It moves it into social searching. While TikTok and Instagram are about the now, Pinterest is where people go to plan their future. So the reason I want to utilize Pinterest the most is because it is an intent-based search. People will go in there and look up keywords like volunteer opportunities or leadership development, and they might be going in there for something to boost their resume or looking for a mentorship that they can be a part of. And that's why we want to utilize Pinterest. Also, what I learned through my research is the longevity of the content, where Pinterest will stay up longer versus Instagram and TikTok. So I think it's important to utilize all of these. I made up a couple of mock examples of what I would like to post on Pinterest. As you can hopefully tell, Pinterest, I want to be able to still appeal to the aesthetic that it normally brings anyway, but still make it be known that there's an opportunity for somebody who's scrolling on Pinterest to be a part of their community or to build up their resume a little bit more by being a part of a nonprofit organization as a volunteer, as mentors are needed. Okay, lastly, I wanted to share a couple of the hashtags that I would heavily utilize for TikTok. Like I mentioned earlier, TikTok examples get to be a little bit trickier because of the safety that we want to always enable for the children involved in these organizations or in any sort of volunteer program in general. But I know for a fact that hashtags would have a leading front in the campaign. So some hashtags that we want to benefit from are hashtag Houston Strong. Anybody in Houston might know this hashtag already. And I think that Y'all Foundation, the core beliefs are very aligned with hashtag Houston Strong. Hashtag youth sports, get involved. Nonprofit, hashtag Houston Youth, hashtag Leadership Matters. Obviously, we want to get hashtag Y'all and hashtag Young Athletes Learning Leadership. So lastly, I would like to leave everybody with a little bit more information on how to reach out to me. I am very eager to get more connections and partnerships for the Y'all Foundation. If you have any questions or concerns, any comments at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me so that we can further discuss and get connected. Thank you again.